It's the only Mega Man game that has a point system, which is completely meaningless. There are these little balls that you pick up, and at the end of every level, it tells you how many you got and it multiplies them into a score. You don't get extra lives. You don't get anything for the score. I think it was like that they thought there would be competitions who could get the most points. They did away with that in all the future games.
I
So
thought it was an arcade game. I didn't know.
again,
Dummies.
it's a game that's rough around the edges, but it's still one of my favorites. Mega Man 2 is probably my favorite is my favorite of the series, but then the original might be my second. And there's a major nostalgia factor, but the music is great even if the sound isn't totally refined. The themes for the Robot Masters are great. The weapons are really cool. The stage designs are cool. Um and it's basic, and it introduces how hard a series can get. And it's one of those that if I put it on now, I'll be screaming and hitting things within 5 minutes. As soon as the first disappearing and reappearing blocks, if I mistime one of them, or if I get hit and I fall into spikes, I'm going to be going ballistic. Part of what makes the game great, or this game great too, is that it's not just, I mean, it's linear in that there's a start and end to each stage, and there's only really one way to get there. But it's not just straight in a straight line. It's like you're going up ladders, you're going down. There's a lot of ups and downs and arounds to get to the final destination. But what makes it so good is as soon as you start, you have a weapon. You have two buttons. You jump and shoot, and that's it. There's nothing to figure out. The only thing you would have to figure out if you didn't know is that when you beat a robot master, you get that robot master's power. Then you have to figure out which, it's like rock paper scissors. It's each of them has a weakness to another power, but there's not much of a learning curve other than just getting good at the game. There's not complicated controls to learn. It's just you got to just go and shoot as much as you can, and don't worry about points.
The
It's so
meaningless
funny because
points.
I know that the points are meaningless, and even still, when I play the game, those little balls that you're supposed to collect that give you points, I still end up going out of my way to get them. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm wasting time.
It's there. You got to do it.
Yeah. So the original Mega Man deserves a lot more love than it actually gets. If you look at rankings, a lot of times it's towards the bottom of the original six, but got to bring it up. Kiddos.
Kiddos.